Hi, this afternoon's video is me repairing the BSA Centre Stand that's worn and basically goes too far past the centre point. So it goes too far forward, causing the bike to be very low on the ground and the centre stand to be ineffective. Now, no doubt there is some frame wear, but today I am only covering building up using weld, MIG welder, the right hand side of the crown as you look at it, to prevent the stand going completely over. Hopefully the next bit of video will show you. I've never welded before. I bought a welder off eBay for 100 quid because it was costing me too much to buy Andy Simpson full English breakfasts every time he did my welding. Anyway, hope you enjoy the video, and please be kind when you see the welding and the effects. But here's the problem. I'll show you a close-up. So I'll try and show you the stand, but ideally the stand wants to be here. And many of you will remember that when BSAs were new and their stands worked, the front wheel would be almost off the floor. But this stand clearly goes too far forward, so the idea is that if you look at the crown here, and let's hope we can get some exposure, I'm going to build up the weld to stop it going too far. So building up the weld, as you can see the gnarly grey areas, I'll use a grinder to clean up the metal prior to commencing weld, but I don't want to really be welding the frame. A, because I've never welded before, so the welding you're going to see is me welding for the first time. And by welding only the top of the crown of the stand, so everything you can see to the right of the silver bolt, centre of screen, will add weld. And then if I over weld, I will grind back using the grinding wheel. So this is really to show using a steel ruler how much weld is actually needed to the right of the crown and the contact point of the stand. So it's going to need about 2 millimeters built up onto the crown to the right. Let's hope I get this right. So here we can see the worn side of the stand ground down. Bare minimum amount of grinding with a wheel, and then here's one that I did a few seconds earlier. Really built the weld up on the face that touches the motorcycle, so that'll give me plenty to grind down. You can see as a comparison, I think if I shoot it like that, you'll see that there's a significant amount of weld there. So we can see the first results. I say first results because I've got to put a little bit more weld on, as you'll see. But if you clearly look at the angle of the centre stand, it's clearly doing a much better job. And you'll see there with the weld, there are still areas that do need some weld filling in on that leading edge there. But generally speaking, if you look at the angle of that stand, so there we have it, my 1969 B175 with the stand area that was worn, welded, built up and then ground down to match the wear on the frame. And if you look carefully, well, if you look carefully, that's a bit patronising, isn't it? Sorry. The front wheel is barely touching the tarmac. There's plenty of wear now left on that stand, and compared to the previous angle, which by the miracle of Adobe Premiere Pro I'm going to show you now, you can see that the angle is far more upright, and indeed the bike is very, very stable. So yeah, not all that bad. And I've better still, I think I've overcome my fear of welding. The box makes the noise, and my son has lent me a auto dimming mask, but highly recommended that anybody who hasn't tried welding before gives it a go. Can obviously save some of these stands and make the bike a great deal more stable. Thank you for watching.